Hello and thank you for watching. Welcome. This is Dr. Sohial Farzam, Doctor of TCM, founder of Needle Pro Australia. If you've been following my work, you'll notice that on my blog integration on my website, www.needlepro.com.au, I have a strong emphasis and conscious thought of actually trying to get as much educational material as I can for you, particularly in the areas of personal development, business strategies, marketing principles. But one of the areas I'm really passionate about is obviously Chinese medicine, as I'm a practitioner of Chinese medicine. And also, you'll notice on a monthly basis, I generally try to select a random acupuncture point and discuss the core depth of the point. What I'm going to be doing now is actually trying to do it on video. I've had a lot of requests to do that on video, so I'm going to try to be a little bit more engaging on video, and hopefully it helps you out. Now, I don't cover the actions, the features, the indications of the points. I'm not covering the simple stuff. I really wanted to spend a few minutes just to really talk about the depths and the core foundation of the acupuncture point, more in the form of its psychological attributes on the body. So today's topic is actually Heart 4, acupuncture point Heart 4, also known in Chinese medicine as Ling, which translates as the spirit path or the path of the spirit. Now, one of the beautiful things about the Heart 4 is the fact that it's got that metal energetics in union, so it's a metal point. And what this basically means is because both heart and lung are situated in the upper head or upper jiao above the diaphragm, they have already a strong connection or a strong union. But the metal energy attributes onto the heart channel or a fire element point, what it's really saying is that the metal has a foundational aspect of trying to see what your intrinsic values are. So metal, the whole energetics of the metal element is really about righteousness, it's about openness, it's about your intrinsic values on what you want to do, where you want to go, and you're going to be as sharp onto it as well. So your sharpness and your clarity on what it is that you want really actually expresses in your own character. So having that mental attribute onto the heart, basically what it's trying to say is when you have the path to your spirit, you're going to be more aligned and congruent to what it is that you want internally and for your life. So basically you know where you're going, you have a direct mental clarity on what it is you want and where you want to go, and you're really clearly focused. So if there's neutral energies based between the heart and the metal, and they're both balanced, what you're going to find is that you're going to be inspired to take life on head on and keep moving forward. One of the things that can happen though is when the metal element or the metal energetics is actually deficient in the water, so in the fire, the heart channel, you're going to find that what happens is you start to lose your clarity and focus, and you start to sort of lose your intrinsic values, and you start to become a little bit more susceptible to outside concern and outside relevance on what people want you to do. So you start to lose your vision in here, and you start to attract people telling you what to do, because you lose your righteousness, you lose your intrinsic values, or at least temporarily you lose the concept of where you want to go. The other option is when the heart channel is sort of fairly strong, but the thing is the metal actually overrides it. When it does that, what it's basically doing is that it's actually burdening the heart channel, and it's actually saying that your values are there, but what we're going to do is we're going to actually increase the ego, because you become too or overly righteous, so therefore self-righteous. And you become self-righteous, you start to focus more on your ego, so more superficial material around you rather than what it is truly inside that you want to focus on. So that's a really important connection. The first one is where the metal energy is actually a little bit deficient, and you start to actually lose focus on your intrinsic values. Or the other one, when the metal energy is actually a little bit strong, your ego kicks in and actually tries to sustain or attract material stuff in you based in vain, so out of spite. The other thing also is, because of the heart and lung connection, we know that the lungs is responsible for grief, sadness, and letting go. The heart as an entity controls pretty much all the emotions, in particular joy. But if you have a really good connection between the heart and lung, using maybe Heart 4, it really helps the person actually let go of past emotional trauma, traumatic experiences in the past. People have a general sort of weakening in their system, in their psychology, because they might actually be holding on to emotional baggage from the past. So this point, Heart 4 Ling Dao, is a really good point to allow people to get the union between the heart and lung stronger, the connection stronger, allow the heart to become a little bit more susceptible to strength and lose the weakness of the lack of joy, but also help the lungs actually disperse and let go of some of the emotional resentments and baggage from the past. So it's a really, really fantastic point in order to help people let go of past emotional resentments. One final thing on the Heart 4 is the meaning of the point, the spirit path. It actually is relevant to a Chinese concept that is relevant to the Tao. The Tao or the Tao basically means your guide in life, where you want to go. And it also means if you're going to go forward in life, you're actually doing it based on the fact that you have a universal connection to the heaven or to the universe around you. So therefore, you're actually going with nature and not against nature. This is also very relevant to the Greek philosophy based on a word called the telos, which means the end in mind. You see, if you have the end in mind, which means you have a big vision of where you want to go, it means your heart and lungs can be aligned and closely connected, because one of them, the lung, actually holds your intrinsic values, and the heart actually gives you purpose and enough direction, momentum, movement to integrate them together to keep you moving forward. So that's the Tao, which is basically you living life according to the universal nature around you environmentally. It means you have the capability of letting go of past emotional resentments and baggage, and you also have strength, joy, purpose and direction with a clear mind connected to the heart, so you can keep moving forward. Thank you so much for your time. That's a really basic and brief this description on Heart 4, Ling Tao, the path of the spirit. I hope it's been helpful, and I'll really look forward to spending some more time with you in upcoming videos on acupuncture point discussion. Thank you for watching.